And then let's pull up his assignments. Let's go to Blackboard. All right. Was there any other questions in relating to that assignment? That was Andrew, right? Yeah, it was Andrew.
Yeah, so I guess a good question would be like, how do you set up a connection for like multiple users, like basically remotely, so like everyone can kind of connect in and like access the same database?
Well, you need to have it stored, the database stored somewhere on like a server somewhere. So that means that it needs to be stored somewhere so people can actually access it and make sure that
Oh,
machine
that's
is
what we're
up.
doing wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know if you want to do all that because unless you have proper controls around that, like I would say what you should do with the database, have a place where you can check in, check out. People can do their changes. Like basically, they can do it remote, they can do it locally, get the change implemented. It's like, all right, let me roll this change to the database. And they can do it like that. And then you
Okay.
version control the database. Otherwise, someone needs to have a server set up that you can access it remotely. And you can do it with the Ubuntu server. So you can do that, but someone needs to set that up and then set up appropriate controls to access it and make changes.
I see. Okay. So that'd probably take a little more time than like.
It just depends. I don't even know. I don't even want to say like a little more time. Like if you're able to do it for this, then you could do it for the rest of your assignments. But remember, when you set up SQL and MySQL server, that's all local, right? That's local. That's local
Mhm.
locally. So yeah, unless you want to have your own machine always up, and then you're letting people remote in the access the item VM, and your VM is probably on your regular machine, and that I wouldn't do.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Sweet.
Can we use
Thank you.
for it?
Yeah, you can use Google Drive for uploading the database, and then you just need to version control it. So you upload it, it's version 1.1. Put a notation for your group knows like these are the changes that I've done, and then just do version control like that. You can also have it on GitHub. You can load the entire database on GitHub and whatnot, and then just have the versioning done on there. So it just depends. So whatever is easiest for you guys, you know.
So assignments will be local, but this is a really good thing to learn.
Yeah, I mean it is. So when you're working out there in industry, they want you to understand GitHub. They want you to understand version control. Um, all that's key, and that stuff you add to your resume and your LinkedIn because this is what people ask. Oh, you're doing X, Y, Z. Okay, well, uh, tell me what do you know about version control? Oh, this is what I do with version control with documents. Change. I have change control. I've done change control board within my particular group. This is the project. Oh, here's my GitHub, and you can see my entire logs and everything you have for this course is on that GitHub. So they can see everything. Oh, this is the database we developed. These are controls we place. In this 853, these are how we apply controls, our documentation. Everything's here. And they can see all that. So in turn, the assignments are supposed to help you enhance your own career and portfolio. So when you leave, it's like, oh, this is who we need to hire. They have everything ready. So any assignment that you have outside of my class, you should be able to showcase it because it will help you navigate and for a job, right? Somebody, oh, what did you do? Oh, here's my assignment right here. And you can also add your GitHub link to your resume. So when you're applying for jobs, people can see, oh, here's the GitHub. This is what I did. And they can see all your projects. Because they'll ask, okay, what type of projects do you have? Oh, easy. Just provide them the GitHub. I have a GitHub. I have a couple GitHubs. Um, yeah, all that stuff. And then like when you guys are communicating, everybody here uses Slack, right? Yeah, all these tools that you may think are meaningless, they show teamwork, ability to communicate. So these are these soft skills that organizations look for as well. Everything works together. All right, so today we have a little bit different, right? So let me go to assignments and projects, go to this week. And all right, I don't know why it's like that. All right, so this is this week's. So there's two things that you're gonna do. And this one will take maybe 20 minutes. And we're not going to use this site because this site no longer works. I have another site, but you are going to download Damn Vulnerable Web Apps. And I'm going to send out a link to everyone. I really hate this item next to the one here. All right, so I'm going to show a link or your stuff on YouTube. I'm going to also pass out the link so you have it as well. And this link is going to allow you to set up your VM. I'm going to give you Dan Vulnerable Web Apps. So you will need to set up Dan Vulnerable Web Apps. And this is the environment you're going to set up, right? So I'm going to send out this link. And what you're going to do is you are going to, you can use Oracle VirtualBox. And you're going to set up 2 VMs. There's 3 different ways you can do this. You can do a NAT bridge. And Dan Vulnerable Web Apps is going to allow you to actually run a database attack. And then I'm going to give you a link that you can run the database attack. And then I'm going to show you how you can analyze the data and then further go through with SQL Map. SQL Map is a super powerful tool. It's extremely easy to find database vulnerabilities on the web. Part of this class, I'm actually going to pause the recording. And I'll pause the recording and then I will show you some show you some things offline. How's it going? All right. So let me share this link. And then, like I said, 20 minutes should be more than enough to get everything set up. And the cool thing is this is actually an assignment as well. So SQL Map is an awesome tool.
Like real name, Dan Vulnerable Verification.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's super vulnerable. There's all types of issues with it, and yeah. Let's go back here. So it's coming your way now. Just going to embed the video. All right, it's coming as an announcement and as an email right now. So you have the announcement email. It's right here. And we'll spend 20 minutes, go through, get it set up. And then I'm going to prepare the rest of everything. Well, the rest of the lab for today. And it's good, like I said, it's going to be pretty interesting what you see. So I'm going to pause the recording, and then you guys take the 20 minutes and knock it out. All right, start recording again. All right, so I sent out some items. One of the tools that we're going to talk about is called SQL Map. And Kali Linux, you already have this, right? But if you need to install it, sudo apt install SQL Map. You just run that. So Kali, you will have this already. And I'll explain how you bring it up in Kali after this installs. All right, once you have SQL Map, you'll type in SQL Map --wizard. Oh, sorry, I spelled SQL Map wrong. SQL Map. So SQL Map comes up. This tool is freaking amazing. You can do so many cool things with the tool. legally or illegally, right? Either way, it's a cool tool. So here, I gave you a link that you can use. I'm going to drag this item over here. We're going to look at this. You can see here it shows list products cat equals the wild card. Gonna bring that over here. I'm gonna hit enter. I'm gonna hit enter. I'm gonna do 3 for hard, 3 for all, and we'll let it run. So this particular tool is running against any any SQL map, any PHP errors it finds. And so this address bar lets you know this particular items for listing of products. And then what we're doing here is running it to see what can be extracted. And it takes a while, right? Sometimes it may say, hey, a firewall is detected. Intrusion detection system is detected. Do you want me to try X? Yes or no, and I'll run.
Is it going like for every URL layer?
Mm-hmm. And it's pulling. Remember, it's pulling all it can. So some particular websites will have multiple errors, and you'll take all those errors and throw it in here, and you'll just run multiple SQL maps at the same time. So keep setting up your damn vulnerable web app. Set the difficulty to easy, which I show in the video, and then we'll let this run. It's running. So it's pulling everything from the database. And it's scary because I'll show you how easy it is to find other websites that are just as vulnerable. So this weekend, we're going to have lab on Saturday, and I'm actually going to go through and demonstrate this again in depth. So I'm going to spend a lot more time. I'm also not going to, I'll probably record maybe like the first 20 minutes, and then the rest I will not record. Yeah, so we'll just let this run. So you guys finish your setup, and this will just keep running, and we'll go through all the data stuff. So all this data, all the stuff that's being pulled, you can actually take this and use this to build a replica website. So individuals think that they're actually the real website, but in reality, it's a replica because you have all the stuff here that is making up the website. Everything. It's copying everything. Any data is contained there. So think about it. I think in Pakistan, when you apply for stuff, you provide your religion, right? You provide picture and all that stuff. It goes into a database. All that stuff will be taken in with this tool. All right, so now what we got to do is find the actual file. So what we're going to do is go here. Drag this over. Just find the file. All right, so no. Is that right? Oh, no, I know why it's not doing this. Okay, good lord. All right, so now we're looking for a folder that says SQL map. The problem is, at times, that means that this folder is elsewhere. So I will just have to try to look for it on my own. So I'm looking for the folder. Okay. And I've located a folder. So here's the folder with SQL map. Now I'm going to ls. I'm going to go to change directory, this directory, ls, go to dump, ls again, cd, ls, users, and boom, right? So that was giving me a CC, the cart, password, email, phone number, you name, address. That is what's being provided right here. So username test, password test, email, username is, oh, it's username. Oh, okay, I give it to you, but you can see right here. You see third one, password is test, and the username is test. I think you see this, but it shows it right here. But you can see that that's what was pulled.
Like login. Credit card.
Yeah, but again, this is a test website. However, you can do this rather easy, and I'm going to show you just how to do it. And I'm going to use your country as an example. So I'm going to search for vulnerabilities from Pakistani websites. And so start the PHP ID equals 1 PK, that's the domain for Pakistan. And now I can look at websites in Pakistan that have the vulnerability, which is interesting. Let's look at some. Pakistan Hotel Association, the National Assembly of Pakistan. And so I could do this for many countries. Right? Now let me share the group project. So the group project is you're going to identify, you're going to analyze the target URL and identify the parameters susceptible to SQL injection. Right? You're going to run SQL injection. You're going to document the entire process. Then you're going to write a research paper on SQL injection, SQL map exploitation techniques, impacts and mitigation, and then you'll put everything in the video presentation. So this item we can knock out literally today. What I'm going to, for those that have come online, pause what I'm going to say. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create breakout groups. No. All right, let me create breakout groups. And we're going to try to knock out this assignment today. Okay, sorry, let me close these rooms. For some reason, it was placing people in rooms, which it shouldn't have put people in rooms. So I'm closing the rooms. Was not supposed to create like that. All right, let me do this right. Apologize for that. All right, let's see, breakout rooms. And then I'll reopen the breakout rooms and you'll choose where you want to go. Like I said, I guess it's like the option. But yeah, doing SQL map is just that easy. It is really that easy to run SQL map.
సరైన బొక్కరావు నాది కాదు మీదే
All right, so I'm opening them back up. You can choose where you want to be at, and so the rooms are open back up. Yeah, so you can choose exactly which room you want to be in. So choose your room. And remember, you can have up to 5 students in the group. Up to 5. All right, so this is the assignment, right? So what you want to do is you want to run that particular item in here. And so
Okay.
this is the group assignment you work on. You should be working on.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's why you guys are broken up in your groups. So you can go ahead and start working on this. Have you
All right.
started working on the rest?
Some of our group members had some issues with like the damn vulnerable web app, so they were fixing that. But once they're done, we'll get working on that.
Yeah, because you can use damn vulnerable web apps to run your SQL map, and then from there you can use that to document everything.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
Some of the assignments that we've done prior, do we have to go back and edit that work so that it's not considered like school property?
I mean, it's not nothing is school property. This is all your intellectual property. The school owns nothing that you're doing.
Okay, so then if we were okay, because I think yeah, that answers my question.
Yeah. So any assignment you've done in school, it's all yours, right? You submit it for class, but it's your intellectual property. You own it. The school doesn't own it. Like for me, I'll take the assignment and submit to the National Security Agency and stuff for reaccreditation, reaccreditation. But that's it. Like I don't own it. I can't take your work and go publish it or go sell it. I can't do that at all. It's yours. You own it.
Okay, so then with any projects that we've done before, with like other classes, would you like recommend adding the instructions that were given to us as to what we had to complete for that assignment?
Oh, I would do that. And if you have the source code of the project, upload it there, because what you can do is you can add it on your resume and your LinkedIn and have links to it to show off the projects, the work that you've done.
Okay. All right. That definitely answers my question. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's start recording. So I'll go through, I'll show you how to extract the data. Once you extract the data, how to sift through the data, how to use it with other tools. Because this database security, my other class, they cover Maltego, we cover Maltego and other tools, but there's other tools that you should use with SQL Map as well. So you get the database stuff, you take the content of the database, you find all this other stuff out, and then from there you create your sheet, and then from there you launch your attack. So I will go through the full spectrum so you can see it from start to end. All right. All right, I'll see you guys this Saturday. I'll be online. I'll be Eastern Standard Time, so I'll pick a time that will work for you guys. No problem, bud.